Nito! I think you owe me an apology, young lady.
When are you gonna apologize to me?
I'm not stupid, Nito. I know what's been going on with you and Max in the bedroom.
I keep telling you, Max is just a friend.
Hey guys, welcome to Acting Up with G, that's me. My name is Georgia Grant Anderson and welcome to Being on Doctors! First of all, hello, welcome, Georgia, actress, YouTube videos every Monday, actory tips, actory stuff, welcome. Okay, let's get started with the video. Okay, Being on Doctors was phenomenal. With an F. I know that's not how you spell phenomenal, but it was like phenomenal, like. So Doctors is a BBC show. It comes on daytime telly on the BBC. I think BBC 2, I want to say. I should probably have written that down, but I didn't. But yeah, and I played the part of Nicole Adiemi.
Dad, you know Max from school? There you go. He's just borrowing my notes.
It's nice to meet you again, Mr. Adiomi.
Okay, so this is the process. It was a sticky one still, okay? So I was on a theatre in education tour. So that's basically what it is. It's theatre, live theatre, me acting about educational things, okay? So my agent asked me if I was available on whatever day it was, okay, in like in a couple of days, and it turned out on that day I had an early finish, like I might finish at like 1 or something, or like even 12. So yeah, so I was like, yeah, I do, great. And she sent me over my scripts, my sides, and the information, like it was for doctors, BBC doctors, and I was like, oh, dope, okay, cool. Don't get too excited because like you just don't even know if you're gonna get it. That's just my thing. It's like, oh, that's sick, but then try to tame it down, you know what I'm saying? It's just an audition. So I learnt my script and I was super excited because it was going to be filmed in Elstree Studios, Elstree in Borehamwood, you know. So I was super excited to go to Elstree again because I recently had done, not even recently, a year ago I had done Holby City. So check that vlog out as well. Yeah, I had done Holby City in Elstree, so I thought, oh, maybe I might see people that I knew there already. So I was proper excited anyway. And the studios are amazing. Like, it's so big and it's dope. Like the studios is beautiful. So, and even the walk to the studios, like there's just plaques everywhere of like these great people. So yeah, it's just an exciting experience. So great. So on the same day as my audition, the school was like, tells us that we have another show in the afternoon. So I get there the same day as my audition now. We get to a school, we're about to perform, cool. They start telling us our schedule. And I think we only had booked 2 shows in that morning. So they were like, okay, yeah, you've got a show in the afternoon as well. And me and my other castmates, we were like, huh? It just didn't correlate with the schedule. So I called my director, like who put everything together. We called the director, and it turns out that it was a typo. So basically, it had reprinted from yesterday's performance because it was like the same schedule as the day before. So it turned out it just printed twice. So we were like, but you know, obviously you signed a contract that you're going to do the shows, you got to do the shows, which was completely fine. It was very annoying because I was like, oh, the one day I have an audition, why the one day? But you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I called my agent, love her. I called her to basically say what had happened. And, you know, she totally understood. She was like, you know, sometimes that's just how it is. Don't worry. So I said, you know, I'm happy to do a self-tape, or even if they have auditions tomorrow or later on, whatever. And she messaged them and stuff, and they was like, yeah, do a self-tape. So I was like, so I still got a chance, you know what I mean? I could potentially still get it. Do you know what I mean? So I was very excited. So I asked my tour buddy Ross, if he, bless him, love Ross, big shout out, if he could do if he could help me with my self-tape. And personally, I hate bugging people. Like, if I can do, I just wish I could just do everything by myself and for myself, because it's like, I hate bugging people. You know, when you get a self-tape and, like, say you live by yourself and you've got to, like, ask your neighbor, or you've got to ask, like, one of your actor friends that live, like, however far to come over and stuff, like, out of their way, and you're just screaming because you're like, why? You know, I don't have that, because I would ask my boyfriend, and I still feel like, oh, well, I hate bugging him. I love bugging him, but yeah, other people. Anyway, so I asked him to do the self-tape with me. It was beautiful doing a self-tape with another actor. So a little tip here.
Cheeky tips from acting up the G. What is that advice that wants to me? Don't tell them!
If you do self-tapes, yeah, and you are able to get another actor to do it, man, because they give you they actually give you more, because they're like actors, innit? So they know they act it out properly with you. So yeah, so it was dope. Anyway, we taped it. The tape took hours to send. I was like, time, oh my gosh, they're not gonna watch it, you know, it's gonna be sent too late, they're gonna be like, oh, we've made a decision, they probably already selected who they want anyway. Oh my gosh, I was so annoyed. Anyway, it took hours to send. It sent at like 9 o'clock at night. It was ridiculous, because we were up in like the sticks in Leicester, and it was a beautiful place. We stayed in this amazing lodge. I'll show you some pictures. It was beautiful. So we stayed up there, but the reception was awful. The reception wasn't there. So it took hours to send. And when it finally sent at like 9 o'clock, I was like to my agent, I'm so sorry, you know, there's nothing I could do. I tried Wi-Fi, 4G, it was just bad. And she was like, don't worry, I'm sure it's all good. You know, she was so reassuring, so lovely. Shout out to my agent, she's the best agent. So anyway, sent it off now, and minding my own business, still working. I was happy to be working, doing my tour, very happy. Love working for Sean McGrath. He's a wonderful director, a wonderful human, love him. So doing my thing. Then about 2 to 3 days later, I see a missed call on my phone from my agent. So I was like, this could be about it, but it could be about the job that I'm on right now, who knows. Anyway, so I called her back, and she was like, you did it again. And I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, God, hallelujah. I was so happy. I was like, how can I book jobs? Like, I was so happy, like, ecstatic. And that was how I booked the job. So yeah, got home, told my family the amazing news, and off I was. I think like a good, I don't know if it was like 5 days later or a week later after the tour, I can't remember, one of the two. I went up to Birmingham. I went up to Birmingham to meet the cast. Oh my gosh, I don't want to say the best cast, because I've had quite a few casts, but like I love working with these people. Mark, Abudier, I love you so much. Georgie Farmer, love you so much. These guys were it was a pleasure to work with them. Like, I felt so proud to work with them, to work beside them. Like, they were dope actors, very professional, so warm, loving. They're awesome. I love working with them. Okay, fun fact, I think yesterday I was with my boyfriend. We was watching Ready Player One, dope film, and I saw Georgie, and I was like, Georgie, so I hit him up on Instagram, like, Georgie, that's you. Anyway, moving on. We had our director, he was Niall Fraser, and it was a pleasure to work with Niall Fraser. He was wonderful. The crew was like beautiful. What a beautiful crew. They were wonderful. They're just so supportive, full of life. they just give you so much. And our director, Niall Fraser, he gave me so much to work with, lots of like direction, and like he had a vision. You could tell he had a vision. He knew how he wanted to play out, and he did it. You know what? He told us, and we got it done to a point. Like, that might have been one of my favorite jobs to work on, because it was just, we was just doing it, you know what I mean? The scene where me and my dad, Mark, who plays Mr. Adeyemi, my dad, he was like, we had a scene where we were having like a heart to heart at the end. I think that's our last scene, and I just loved filming it. Like, reading it by script, it should have taken like ages, especially because like different camera movements or whatever, and if we like forgot our lines and stuff, which we didn't, very proud of that, which we didn't forget our lines and stuff, and we just was knocking it out. Do you know what I mean? To a point, they were like, should we just do it again? Just for the sake of it. We were just doing it, do you know what I mean? Because I think we had genuinely so much chemistry, even though we never met each other before, but I feel like we had so much chemistry, even with Georgie as well, the scenes with Georgie, like, I feel like we had chemistry, it was just working, you know what I mean? It just worked so well. And which is crazy, because like, I just did the audition and then I got the job. We didn't even have like a chemistry read or anything, but the fact that we came together and we just did it, and I loved working with them, like, seriously loved it. So yeah, like, I met Ian Midlane, who played Al Haskey, and he was awesome. He was super funny. I think Dr. Haskey is funny in the show, but in real life, proper funny. I also met Ali Bastion. I'm gonna say that is the receptionist. Yeah, she was the receptionist at that point. So yeah, I met her too. Wonderful people, loved meeting them. They were very encouraging, very sweet. Everyone on there was sweet. I didn't meet like loads of people because I don't have like scenes with like the main cast really. The only scene I had was with Al Haskey and Ali Bastion. So yeah. Also, being in uniform,
I have to say, it feels bloody weird being in school uniform. Man, I do not miss it. I do not miss tight shirts or doing tie.
I find being, when I do like uniform scenes, I like laugh. I think I've done a few shows where I'm in like uniform, and it's just so funny because I haven't been in uniform in years. Like, I look it, but I am not a teenager. I am not in secondary school or primary school. I'm just not. I'm too old. So yeah, so it's really funny to go back, and even like looking back at myself in uniform, like, I think I look pretty much the same, to be honest. Look, also, we stayed in the jury's inn. I felt, they made me feel like some celebrity, mate. I had my suitcase, I got up there and I was like, hi, yeah, I got my room, I'm reserved, George Grant Anderson. They was like, oh, okay, yep, you're staying with BBC, here's your slides, there we go. And he was like, you're staying here, I think I stayed there, the first time I stayed there for like 5 days. So he was like, okay, you're staying there for 5 days, I'm just gonna upgrade your room to the really good suite. You see, I don't really, you know when you can't, I'm just not that person. What is that suite called? The deluxe, no, exterior, no, not exterior, whatever, comment what it's called. My mind's gone blank. You can tell I'm not wealthy. Yeah, the really good suite. They had Sky and everything, and it was dope, and like a freezer, a fridge, and it was big. I don't think I took any videos because I wasn't like vlogging at the time, so I was just living through moments. So yeah, it was a beautiful room, massive, 2 beds just for 1 person. Like, yeah, he upgraded me, and I was like, oh, okay, you know. So yeah, one day I finished at like 12 o'clock, and I just got back to the hotel, I lay down and I watched Sky, and I was happy, and I slept, and I was just like, this is the best life ever. Also, I think on that day as well, we went to see A Star Is Born. Me, Mark and Georgie, we went to see A Star Is Born. Love that film. What an amazing film. Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, killed it. You know, honestly, I knew this isn't a review video, but I'm just gonna say it. So I love that film. at first, when I first heard it, A Star Is Born, I thought, this sounds corny, don't want to watch it. But they was like, oh, let's watch it. I was like, okay, cool. And then I found out that Lady Gaga was in it, and I was like, is she even an actress? Like, come on, this is going to be like the worst £8 I spent in my life. And I cried. Like, I cried, and I was happy, and I loved Georgie and Mark that little bit more for bringing me to opening up my horizons and telling me to watch this film, because it was amazing. Like, what a film. The music was beautiful, the acting, their chemistry, everything about that film was beautiful. And I'm gonna watch it again one day. I'm gonna watch it again, and I'm probably gonna cry again. I cry a lot at films. Yeah. What did I think about my character? I thought Nicole was very, very naughty. A little quick synopsis. Nicole was seeking Max into her room because she wanted to show him something. Her dad came in and basically thought that Nicole was just thotting around, gave her a big telling off and all that jazz, and Nicole was like, I got my belly button pierced! I got my belly button pierced! So Dad, be quiet. And they had a heart-to-heart, and boom, that was their family feud. So yeah, I thought Nicole was like a great character to play. I don't usually talk to my dad or my parents like that. I have way more respect, because, you know, being rude to your parents just isn't cool, and it's just not okay. Especially, you know, since they brought you into this world, and if they love you and all that jazz, like, it's not cool. So yeah. Playing Nicole, I enjoyed playing at Nicole, you know, just shouting and stuff, but like, upon reflection, like watching myself back, I would do so much different, because I feel like, honestly, Nicole, sure, she's annoyed at her dad, but overall she's a really good girl, and I feel like she would have way more respect for her dad. Like, I feel like I should have internalized a bit more, and like not shout at him so much, you know, make it come from somewhere, and so it's not just, Daddy, why are you doing this? It's more like, oh, Dad, why are you doing this? Like, why is he doing this? Not, why are you doing this? Like, every minute it was like, ah. Like, you know, I feel as a child, you don't genuinely speak to your parents with so much disrespect. And especially in her case, I get she's fed up and annoyed with her dad, but I don't feel like she would have been shouting that much. So, you know, upon reflection, I think I would have done like a better job. Because I'm watching myself back, and I'm like, yeah, why did you make that decision? You know, what made you do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll try and put some clips in. Last time I put clips in for my Holby City, they took it off because of like copyright and stuff. So hopefully I can play a few clips for you guys during this. I'm gonna split it up, I think, so that they don't catch me. Yeah, so yeah, I do like Nicole. Yeah. So yeah, that's to wrap up the video. It was a 10 out of 10 experience. I loved being on BBC Doctors. The set was amazing. They had this wall that they took out and just filmed. It was brilliant. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, so quick question, guys. I'm thinking of doing another Q&A. Let me know if you think I should even bother doing it. If you genuinely have questions for me and stuff, please add me on Instagram, and I'm going to do like one of those question boxes, or leave a comment underneath. Yeah, so let me know, do you think I should do a Q&A, like an actor's Q&A, or even about me, like if you want to know about G, let me know. Also, if you're a fan of Doctors and you actually watched that episode and you remember me vaguely, or you properly remember me, please leave a comment. I would love to know. Let me know what you thought of my performance as well, like what you think I could have done better, and if you actually enjoyed it as well. You know, all criticism, love it. Take it on the back, and you know, take it on board, because you know, you want to do better in life, not stay at one level. So yeah, let me know if you've seen it. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, make sure you turn on your post notifications, share, comment. You know the drill. Okay guys, have a lovely day. That's mine.
Go to the doctor, get it sorted. What does that mean?
How should I know? Let me see.
Who's it from?
Ada? It's about her birthday. I still haven't said if I can go tonight.
Tell her you're sorry, you can't.
But you said maybe.
And now I'm saying no.
Please. It's only the cinema. And it's all girls. You can ring her Mo if you like.
I said you're not going. Not after what I interrupted today.
You didn't interrupt anything. Max is just a friend. I've known him forever. We did our year 6 project together. Remember?
Nicole! I said no.
You never let me do anything. It's actually embarrassing. Everyone else is going.
Well, maybe everyone else's parents don't care what their daughters get up to.